We're still hoping we can re-establish our link with Professor Akim. But while we're waiting for that, let's go back to Port Harcourt, where Emmanuel Lewe is standing by to give us an update on the PVC distribution and collection in the state. Hello, Emmanuel.
Over 3 million permanent voter cards have so far been received in Rivers State, and of that figure, over 2 million have already been distributed in the 316 wards in the state. This is according to the Independent National Electoral Commission. The electoral body has also hinted that the 14,000 PVCs reported to have been stolen across the state have been reproduced and are ready for collection at the various wards. Now, according to them, stolen PVCs are of no value to those in possession of them because they only contain the biometrics of the real owners. Now, in an earlier conversation with a representative of the electoral body in the state, I gather that those seeking to collect their PVCs had to proceed to the various wards where they were registered. Now, a visit to some of these wards show that it may not be as easy as that, because many people still complain that they are not yet in possession of their PVCs, and we hope that this extension in time and collection of PVCs will create room for many more people to grab a hold on their PVCs, and also douse the tension already being generated by reports that some persons may be denied the right to vote in the coming elections.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Back here in the studio, Mr. Adegui, he talked about global warming being one of the major issues as affecting corruption, affecting job creation across the 11 northern states. But in the chat, the president talked about, or in the manifesto of the party, which your party talks about the economy generally, but the other party, the PDP, has talked about anchoring on agriculture, which they seem to be doing. Because I was going to ask, when you say it's not about we are going to do, but would I need to tell you what I have done when you can see it?
Let's have the statistics. What have they achieved as far as agriculture is? It is not just about turning out some phony statistics. If you say that you have handled agriculture in a way that food will be available to the teeming masses of our people, is that the case? In my view, with due respect to whoever is saying that we have rice everywhere, food prices are coming down, that's not what is obtainable. And therefore, the people that will judge whether the incumbent government has done very well in that area will be the electorate. And that's why election is very important, to give people the ability to decide on the basis of roll of the tape. Oh, you promised us that there will be this. We haven't seen it. You promised us that we're going to throw away our generators. We spend so much money buying diesel. We have seen promises, broken promises. And on the basis of that, people will decide whether to affix their imprimatur to a government that has promised them this, this, and that, and have failed to deliver, or embrace a change, which is fundamental in any democratic setup.
He talked about agriculture, that he's not really seen much of it, but you were talking about the environment. Have you seen much of the agricultural impact?
Oh, well, of course. Even a blind person will confess to that. Nigeria has made a lot of progress where agriculture is concerned. That is a attestation.
He asked about statistics.
All over the world. Look, our food import has been reduced by half. We used to spend trillions to import food into Nigeria. That has been reduced by half. Even though we no longer have fish coming out of Lake Chad, okay? They have managed to sustain, fish production nationwide. Rice production is growing. Every other thing about agriculture, I don't think anybody can fault this government on agriculture.
No, yeah,
they have made, excuse me, they have made, maybe you are faulting it for political reasons.
No, not necessarily.
If we are talking reality here, Nigeria has made definitely, we have taken giant leaps. It has been confirmed by FAO, it has been confirmed. In fact, the United Nations, they had said that Nigeria the Millennium Development Goal, that we have been able to reduce poverty, okay, by a huge chunk, that we have been able to meet our Millennium Development Goal, even ahead of many other countries in Africa. I think we shouldn't mix this with politics. We have made a lot of progress. What I'm saying, you see, the global warming issue is also tied to agriculture. I'm sorry that I have to bring you back to global warming. It is also tied to agriculture because global warming, I told you, is the one that is supplying the fuel for Boko Haram. Is the one that is also supplying the fuel.
Global warming has affected Nigeria so much. Then it must be affecting our agricultural production as well.
There is no agriculture in 30% of the states of the north. There is no agricultural production there. Agricultural production now is moving down south. Do you know why there is a Fulani herdsmen clash? Fulani farmers clash?
Okay, let me take it back to Mr. Adebu. A very quick one. What's the plan to take care of global warming that is affecting agricultural production in the north?
As a political party, you have a responsibility to look at challenges buffeting the area you want to rule. And then, in line with the expectations of the people to tackle problems headlong, you must be able to do that. I'm saying that there's no doubt about the fact that global warming is an issue, and it must and it will be tackled. But there are other fundamental issues that we need to urgently
One
address.
of those fundamental issues being food. So what are your plans to tackle agriculture?
You must ensure that you have the necessary structural foundation. For me, the golden years of agric in Nigeria were the years of the First Republic, when we had regional governments in place. And we have said we would devolve powers to states. For states to come together, form a geopolitical entity that will have the ability to tackle agriculture headlong. One of the challenges, it has a gestation period.
We have to go.
Yes.
We really have to go. Thank you so much, Dr. Felix Obada, Group MD and CEO Global Biofuels Limited, and Mr. PC Adegui, member of the APC and Deputy DG of our Muslim Campaign Organization.
Thanks for having me.
And for you, thank you for letting us be a part of your evening. Thank you for sending your tweets and comments. We'll bring you another edition of the program, same time tomorrow. Have yourself a good night.